In the heart of Lagos mainland, three young men shared a dream that burned brighter than the streetlights that lit their cramped apartment in Ojuelegba. Kelvin, Deji, and Tobi weren't just friends, they were brothers by choice. They'd grown up together, surviving the rough edges of the city, the noise, the hustles, the promises that never came true. Each one had a dream. Deji, calm and wise, wanted to build a logistics company. Tobi, ever the joker, dreamed of becoming a music producer. And Kelvin, wanted one thing, to be rich by any means. While his friends saved every naira they earned from odd jobs, Kelvin's eyes were fixed on fast life, luxury cars, beautiful women, and everything shiny. Guy, they always talk about money like say e go solve everything, Deji would tease. And in no go, Kelvin replied one night, laughing, "See, my guy, poverty no get respect. I don't want to struggle forever." They all laughed. But deep down, Kelvin wasn't joking. One day, an opportunity came, a crypto investment pitch from a smooth-talking businessman named Mr. Maxwell. He promised to turn their small savings into millions. Deji hesitated. "Bro, we need to verify this guy first." But Kelvin, he was already dreaming of mansions and Mercedes. "Let's do it. This is our chance to blow," he said, eyes blazing with excitement. Deji and Tobi finally agreed against their better judgment. They pooled their savings, 1.2 million naira in total, and trusted Kelvin to handle the transaction. 3 weeks later, the WhatsApp group for the investment vanished. Mr. Maxwell disappeared, and Kelvin Darrell's, the stays their own Kelvin, stopped picking calls. Before we continue, make sure you hit the subscribe button, because what you're about to hear is how greed can make a man forget the faces that helped him rise. It had been 8 months since Kelvin vanished with the investment money. Deji and Tobi were left broken. They couldn't believe their closest friend, their brother, had betrayed them. Deji tried to move on, doing delivery runs with his small bike. Tobi buried himself in studio sessions, producing beats for upcoming artists. Life was hard, but at least they had each other. Then one night, Deji saw something that froze his heart. A black Mercedes-Benz GLE, sparkling like new money, pulled up at Cubana, Victoria Island. The door opened, and out stepped Kelvin, gold chain on his neck, wristwatch shining like daylight. 2 girls beside him, one light-skinned, one caramel, both dressed to kill. Deji's hands trembled. "Tobi, come see this thing," he whispered, showing him a video on WhatsApp. "Na Kelvin be that?" "Yes, the same Kelvin we cry, say him mama sick that time." Kelvin was living large. He claimed he had found a foreign sponsor who believed in his crypto idea. But the truth was darker. Kelvin had joined Mr. Maxwell's hidden network, a syndicate that laundered stolen crypto funds through fake investments. Money came fast, women came faster, and Kelvin's heart, it grew colder with each deposit alert. One weekend, Kelvin flew to Abuja for a business event. There he met Lydia, a stunning woman who worked as an influencer. She smelled of success, spoke like royalty, and moved with the kind of confidence that could melt any man's resolve. She looked him in the eye and said, "You look like money, Kelvin. But tell me, are you clean money or quick money?" Kelvin laughed. "Does it matter, baby? Money na money." From that night, they became inseparable, living wild, hosting parties, and showing off on social media. But behind the filters and smiles, Lydia was draining him. She loved the lifestyle, not the man. And Kelvin didn't care. He was too drunk on validation. Meanwhile, Deji and Tobi struggled. They tried to rebuild, but life was tough. Then one evening, Tobi received a call from Kelvin. My guys, long time, make we hang out this weekend. Deji didn't want to go, but Tobi convinced him. Maybe he won't make peace. That night, they met at a high-class lounge in Lekki. Kelvin arrived in a designer shirt surrounded by girls. He hugged them with fake warmth and said, "You see, Una too they think small. I told Una say money dey this life. You just need mind," Deji replied coldly. "And conscience, Kelvin. Something you no get again." The table went quiet. Kelvin laughed it off, but Deji's words cut deep. That night, Kelvin returned home angry. Not because Deji insulted him, but because he realized something. The people who truly knew him were the ones who didn't envy him. Kelvin's empire grew. He opened a small forex company, a front for his illegal network. Investors trusted him. Politicians smiled with him. Everyone saw success. No one saw the rot beneath. But crime has no happy ending. One afternoon, Kelvin received a strange call. It was Mr. Maxwell, the same man who first lured him in. "Kelvin," the voice said, "EFCC is closing in. Wipe your tracks and lay low." Kelvin panicked. He tried to withdraw funds, but most accounts were frozen. Maxwell disappeared again, and suddenly the empire Kelvin built on deceit began to crumble. Worse still, Lydia left him. She didn't even say goodbye. She just blocked his number and deleted their pictures. Kelvin sat alone in his penthouse, surrounded by luxury that now felt like prison bars. Meanwhile, Deji and Tobi's paths began to shine. They had started a genuine logistics startup, Roadflex Express. Hard work, no shortcuts. By grace, they landed a major partnership with an e-commerce company. Their first big delivery truck rolled out just as Kelvin's last car was seized. EFCC arrested Kelvin at a hotel in Ikeja, who was accused of cyber fraud, laundering, and theft. When the news broke, Deji stared at the TV screen for minutes. Tobi whispered he did this to himself. But Deji felt only pity. Months later, Kelvin was released on bail. He was a shadow of himself, thin, quiet, eyes sunken. He went to Deji's house one evening, wearing a faded hoodie. "Deji, I'm sorry," he whispered. "You broke us, Kelvin," Deji replied. "Not because of the money, but because you thought we weren't enough." Kelvin knelt, tears in his eyes. "I just wanted to be somebody." Deji sighed. "You could have been with us." That night, Kelvin walked into the rain, hands in his pockets, nowhere to go. He wandered the streets of Lagos until dawn. By morning, they found his body near Third Mainland Bridge, a note in his pocket that read, "I chased gold and lost my soul. Forgive me." If this story touched you, don't just scroll. Subscribe for more and also share your thoughts in the comments for real stories that teach, heal, and open your eyes. I'm your storyteller, bringing you tales that remind us not everything that glitters is gold.